Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today we're going to play Landnama, which is a very interesting survival-based video game set in Viking Age Iceland. And of course the title of the video game is a reference to Landnama book, the book of the settlements, a very important Icelandic medieval manuscript relating the settlement of Iceland by the Norsemen, by the Norwegian Vikings mainly. But just a bit of a history here. There were also Danish Vikings in Iceland, if I'm not mistaken. The vast majority, however, undoubtedly were from Norway, southwest Norway more specifically, and also northern Norway, as per what I researched. Norway, anyway, early medieval Norway, and of course, excuse me, some Gaelic-speaking thralls from Scotland, Ireland, and the Isle of Man, as well as noblemen and noblewomen from these territories, also Gaelic Norse kingdoms, early medieval kingdoms, most notably the Kingdom of Man and the Isles. Now, without further needless ado, and perhaps boring history for some of you, here is Landnama, and you can get it on Steam, which is quite interesting actually. This video game is very interesting, if you ask me. I played it a bit and I liked it. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to continue a saga, excuse me, which basically means that I will continue settling Iceland, a region of Iceland. Probably, if I recall correctly, in southwestern Iceland, in a region where the difficulty level is relatively mild anyway. By relatively mild, I actually mean easy, of course. Yeah, I'm a noob at the moment, this particular video game, but hey, you have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere, okay? Don't be so hard with me. My feelings can get hurt very easy. Or maybe not, I don't care. A howling wind came in the night and blew over many great trees. The forest feels sparse without them. Settlement affect +1 exploration cost. Now this is very interesting actually, it's very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Anyway, the main strategy for this particular video game is to actually try to expand as much as possible. And this actually entails exploration just as much as settlement by means of constructing various buildings. The more you construct, the more you are going to be safe with respect to the subsequent winter toll. So that when winter comes in, it's going to be very harsh, undoubtedly, and you're going to have some of your hearts cut off. So the winter toll for this year is going to be only one, which is okay. It's good for a start, of course. And so you have to actually save some hearts or stockpile some resources in a more realistic approach so as to be able to withstand the wrath of the winter, to survive it. Again, if you can. Right. Let's see. Right now, as you can see, these adjacent tiles are the only ones which we can explore, and they're sort of costly actually. And I think the best approach right now would be to wait for another turn or another year, because yeah, it's the wisest decision possible, I think. So as I mentioned before, as you can see, the winter toll actually took me one heart out of the total of 5, which is a good start, I suppose. Anyway, maybe I should explore not inland, but actually as much as possible in the Bay Area. because you can actually have some interesting resources there and territories on which you can build perhaps a dock, a house, whatever it is that you would like to build based on what you discover. Anyway, rotted woods, it seems we have discovered. The wood set aside for construction was installed properly and unfortunately can't be used. Oh, this is wonderful news. As frustrating as it is, no new buildings can be started until it has been restocked. But seems we have a +1 hard construction cost, which is not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Anyway. Can we build something? Peat farm. Maybe it will actually be a good idea, but I don't know. Maybe not. No, maybe not this time. I'm gonna wait around and see what happens next year in game. The many hearts I collect, the better it will eventually be for me in terms of putting up with the winter toll, and that's the main focus. Here is the homestead, as you can see. It has a very nice banner here, the banner of the clan that I'm playing with. And long story short, I basically just need to expand as much as possible in the adjacent tiles in the nearby territories. Hopefully I'm going to do that, but I don't know. Okay, and here is basically just a matter of lottery, shall we put it, just a matter of plain luck. You're gonna click resolve here, and the toll is going to randomly, well, show up. 4, not that bad, but not that good either. It's somewhere in between. The maximum toll would have been 5, but the lowest would have been 3. So it's in between. It's not good, that good, it's not bad. I don't know, it's neutral. Right. Well, since we have discovered yet another island there. Okay, that's very interesting. Now we have the possibility to build one more house, which will come in handy later on, not right now. It's not wise to actually waste all of my resources now. Long story short, because I will not survive the winter, and it's tall. So we have to be patient. Excuse the plural of the majesty. I have to be patient, and yeah, just wait around and see. Ten out of 15 hearts. Pretty good. So we're definitely going to survive this winter storm. It's not going to be that bad. Not bad. Even though our hearts halved, it's still good. Right, anyway. The most interesting thing to do right now, but also the best possible thing, is to actually build a house so that we can gain even more hearts per turn, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And so I did. It's just a matter of, it's not a question of if I'm going to build a house here, it's a question of when, and more specifically a question of when is it going to be finished. And that is just in a moment. Right. Hopefully we're not going to have a very strong wind at all. We survived with a bit of luck, but still, we managed to survive, and that's commending in itself. Anyway, as you can see here, plenty of northern lights or aurora borealis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 tiles filled with aurora borealis around, which is impressive, you know. Right. But Iceland in the real world is very, very impressive when it comes to the northern lights, and not only. Still, even in game here, it's stunning and very interesting. Let's cancel the exploration, just in case, because I don't want to risk not surviving after this turn. Not bad. Peat farm production. Peat harvested from bogs provides a reliable source of burnable fuel, an important resource for survival. Buildable on wetland. So it seems we have a couple of advantages if we decide to go with a peat farm here. Sorry, peat farm here. 1 heart per harvest, 1 heart bonus per empty adjacent wetland, start tile bonus plus 1 heart per harvest. So that's specifically what I'm going to do. with the, you know, um, how shall I put it, risk of not surviving this winter. But hold up. Even if I don't not have enough hearts, maybe I can. No, there was a workaround here. Sorry, um, with a special thing that would allow me to survive over the winter. Oh yes, exactly, the Vegvisir, which is an Icelandic symbol for providing safety across sea travels. It is not exactly known if it dates back to the Viking Age. At least as per my research, I don't think it comes back as far as the Viking Age, but it comes back to the late modern period, somewhere back in the 19th century, something like that. Um, and it's very nice that it's mentioned here. Normally, I would be able to survive the harsh winter with the number of hearts that I currently have. It was a very good idea to actually build a peat farm here because I'm actually growing. I'm gaining more resources, as you can see, or more hearts, whichever way you want to put it. Right, here goes nothing. Not bad. The lowest wind total. Moving forward to the 7th year of the colony. Pretty good indeed. What should I do now? Should I continue exploring? Perhaps that would be a good idea indeed. Should I do something else? Oh, hunter production. Very interesting. Since we are here on a highland based tile. Though the Great Island is limited in animal options, a seasoned hunter will provide a consistent source of food, buildable on, yes, highland, of course. So 1 heart per harvest, 1 heart bonus per empty adjacent highland, and a star tile bonus +1 per harvest. So I'm going to build one here because it will come in handy, I think, later on. So it's a good strategy. As I mentioned before, having a little bit of experience within this game makes me say the following: that you need to build and expand as much as possible as early on during the game. And here is the first major positive sign that I was right. We're actually upgrading our, well, automatically upgrading. It's automatically upgrading. The homestead is automatically upgrading, as you can see here. So the center of our colony is growing. This is a very good sign. And by actually growing, it will allow us to gain more resources and more hearts. It's on the way to actually allowing us to gain 5. No, sorry if I'm not mistaken. Cool. Now, once we have upgraded, or evolved anyway, we have access to a series of new buildings which are available, namely kiln production, which is a dependable source of heat in this harsh climate and a way to prepare peat for the long winter. It's buildable on more than one tile type, and it doubles production of adjacent peat farm. It also renders a -2 overall score to the winter store, which is very good and will definitely come in handy later on. Weaver production. The weaver crafts price textiles, elevating the value of the pasture. Doubles production of decent pasture. -2 winter store, which is very good indeed. Once again, tanner production, an artisan who works with the hunter preparing and curing hides from the hunt. It doubles the production of a decent hunter, minus 25 exploration time. Carpenter production, the ability to process lumber greatly increases the woodcutter's efficiency, doubles production of a decent woodcutter. And the second last is shipbuilder production. Construction of longships allows command of the sea and greatly boosts fishing hauls, which is very, very important. And we should actually build that as soon as possible. It doubles the production of ideas and fishermen, and it allows us to have +1 heart per harvest from the fishermen. Goti. This is a sacred type of building, as it is a religious and political leader who speaks for the gods. The Gothi is the spiritual heart of the clan. It is buildable on 2 tile types, and it adds +1 heart to the house, which is good. So long story short, it's good. It's mostly good, as you can see here. So far, so good. Love it. And this is a very important aspect of the game. You should choose mastery in this particular field, Tide Master, because it allows you to evolve practically. You can choose mastery in Timbercraft when you will be allowed to, Fenwise, Agriculturalist, and Bone Carver. But first and foremost, Tide Master should normally be the first particular field in which you will be able to research and evolve. Research mastery. Okay, time's up for the winter storm. 11, not bad. Really not bad. I'm lucky. I am lucky indeed. What now? That's a very good question. Let's see if I can... okay, I can finally build a fisherman here. Fisherman's house. Place for the humble fisherman to moor and clean the day's catch. Critical site for any sea-based clan. Buildable on sea, of course. +1 per harvest, +1 bonus per empty adjacent sea, and tile bonus is +1 per harvest. Definitely I'm going to build it. 15 plus 7, that's gonna be 22 hearts, which normally should really easily allow me to survive over the winter. The soundtrack is very beautiful, by the way, as well. I wholeheartedly recommend this particular video game. It's really, really cool. I really like it. If you're into real-time strategy video games, you shouldn't miss the chance to try this one out. It's really good. I really like it. It took some time for me initially to adjust and see how the mechanics of the game work and how I can actually try and build a settlement and eventually make it survive and then thrive. But once I got the hang of it, it became progressively easier. And that's great. Because I'm having fun and not only just stressing out sometimes. Am I going to pass this level? Am I not going to? Am I going to get some achievements and see? Am I not going to? You know, the usual Steam-based player dilemmas. Something like that. Right. Right. let's continue exploring. It should be a good idea, and that's specifically what I'm going to do. And right now we're actually exploring 2 tiles to the west, I think, considering this is the east, or anyway the center, and then this is the east, so the left would be the east, and then the right would be the west. Okay, this is actually some good news. Ullr's rest. Studying the land seems to indicate the coming winter may be milder than usual. Ullr, is a Norse god, if I'm not mistaken. -1 winter storm, so we should move forward. This is good. This is really, really good. Let's see what we can build here if we're allowed. So now the thing is, it's really tricky because I don't know if I should do it or not. It says here that we can actually have 8 hearts per turn, but I'm going to check that out and be certain after this particular turn that we're really going to have 8 and sort of 8, right? Anyway, if I decide to build another house here, which once again will come in handy later on. This is a particular settlement that can't grow without a settlement. This is a particular settlement, of course, which cannot grow without houses, and you're not going to pass any level here without expanding. But the thing is, the tricky thing is, let's see if I can do the math right. So -11, that would render me with 14, right? 14. Okay, I can survive. I can survive over the winter if I build a new house. And this is actually a wise decision. The settlement can grow without houses. The more houses, the more capacity for growth. Of course, the many we can have, the better. While adjacent to any non-house buildings, plus 10 maximum hearts, and a tile bonus plus 5 maximum. Let's build it. Let's see. Hopefully we're going to make it, and we're not going to actually get the maximum winter toll, because we're sort of on the verge, on the cusp of, well, not surviving this winter, because we only have 22 hearts and the maximum winter toll is 23. But once again, it's going to be a throw of a dice here, a wild throw of a dice, a Russian roulette, quote, whatever you wanted. No! Okay, so I have to use the Vegvisit. If I wouldn't have had the Vegvisit, I wouldn't have survived. Okay, so the big idea here is to actually wait this turn and collect as many hearts in the process as I can, so that I will be able to survive. But the settlement actually takes shape solidly, consistently around here, as you can see. There's 1, 2, 4, 5, hold up, yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles completed with several buildings. 7 if we count this one as well. So it's good. It's good. It's actually pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's good. Yep. Ingen are perfect, as the Norwegians say. No one is perfect, of course, unless you're Norwegian. But you get the main idea. Almost perfect, anyway. Icelandic as well, by extension, why not? Faroese. Danish, Swedish, right? Take a look at the beautiful shadows of the clouds gently flowing around the sky above. The graphics are really nice and interactive. I really love that. Coupled with the soundtrack, the ambient music, it's really great. Now we're going to 100% survive over the winter. Okay, and we have 11 more hearts at the beginning of this turn. Which is good, of course. I don't know if it's going to be a good idea to actually explore some tiles around, but maybe we should. So long as we don't actually surpass or are left without at least 26 hearts, so that we may safely survive of the winter, of the harsh winter. And I mean, let me do the math. 1842, right? I would have, so I can try and explore another tile here. This is wetland. We have stumbled upon. Interesting. Night of the Living Draugr. That doesn't sound good. You wouldn't want to meet a Draugr. There's been murmurs of an undead being roaming the nearby forest. Everyone is on edge and most of the clan is staying close to home for now. Draugr is actually a Scandinavian folk creature, straight from the folklore of Scandinavia, and it's actually the ghost of a dead sailor, an undead basically, roaming around the shores. You wouldn't want to deal with those sort of creatures. So it's better to just stay by here, close by the heart and the heart of the settlement and the fire and the long houses here. It's safe, safer definitely. Let's see. Can I still explore something? Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea, and that's specifically what I decided to do. The tricky aspect of this game is not only to actually build stuff, but to also be able to explore around, and the more you explore, the better you're going to get at this game, and the more chances of survival you are going to have, because by exploring more you can actually lower the overall winter toll, even by a moderate amount, -1, -2 at most, but still you're not only focusing on building and expanding the settlement with what you've just narrowly explored. The more you explore, the better. It's not a big philosophy after all. We've discovered a glacier, and you can clearly see how a glacier looks like here in Landnama. It's really beautiful, you know. The graphic artist really did his job very well for this game. Studying the land seems to indicate the coming winter may be milder than usual. This is exactly what I previously mentioned, namely the fact that the more you explore, the better you're going at it, and by extension, the lower your overall winter store is going to be. So this is actually quite good. But I don't think it would be very wise to continue exploring at this point, again during this turn at least, because I just want to be certain that we're going to have enough resources to survive over the winter. And 99.99%, as I'm doing the math right now, we're going to have needed resources. Okay, it would be sort of a good idea to explore this one because we're going to get 9 more hearts during the next heart harvest turn, if you want to call it like this. And so we're going to actually increase our total heart limit, harvest limit resources to the maximum of 35 as it happened. So we're going to withstand the upcoming winter quite well. So we discovered the woodland, and we can build either a house utility here, or a temple where the Gothi can pray, basically, and do rituals. By the way, the Vikings did not wear horns on their helmets. Random historical fact, which I hope you might find interesting. I've known this for quite a long time. This actually stems from a 19th century romanticist illusion, if you want to put it this way. And if I'm not mistaken, the stage opera uh, of Richard Wagner's Der Ring des Nibelungens. I hope I actually spelled that right. House utility, where should we actually build a new house? Or should we actually build a new house? I think it would be very much wise if we will do that. It's okay if it's on wetland as well. Doesn't matter that much, so long as it does its job. So anyway, it's just a popular myth that the Vikings wore helmets with horns on them. It's not true at all. Okay, take a look at how beautiful it is. Well lit, nice. There's some smoke around main chimney. Perhaps the only one. Not necessarily a chimney, but the opening in the in the roof. These are longhouses and turf houses. And this particular architecture was actually imported, if you will, from Norway, in Iceland, in both Iceland and the Faroe Islands, and elsewhere where the Norwegian Vikings settled. Greenland as well, Vinland, in Newfoundland, Labrador, at Lanzo Meadows, or Lanzo Meadows, as the settlement is also known in French. There are also reconstructed longhouses there, which are very nice. I think they're very nice to look at, but quite challenging to live in one. And they're definitely beautiful to look at, but life can be very harsh within one of those. But back in the Viking ages, I think it was quite harsh. Far harsher than it would be nowadays in a replica or a reconstructed longhouse. Anyway, let's see what we can do here. What else we can do here? Let's explore some more. I'm very curious if we're going to actually stumble upon a sea-based tile or a land-based tile, but we're going to discover. We're going to find out. Wetland. It's fine. Hold up. Cancel exploration. So we gonna have the needed amount of hearts in order to pass the winter. Pretty good. Okay, so we're right now in the 15th year of the colony. It's very interesting. I think it would be wise to explore around 2 more tiles here. And nearby we are mostly going to encounter tiles with 4 hearts, cost for exploration, if not the most expensive ones. Oh, hold up. Leadership challenge. There's been rumblings of displeasure in the clan leadership for a little while, but only now has it come to a head. No decisions about the settlement can be made until this is resolved. Okay. Not such great news if you'd ask me, but hold up. No. Cancel exploration. I did not actually mean that. I was just curious around here. So mainly 6 hearts based, 6 hearts in terms of exploration cost tiles around here. Perhaps it would actually be a good idea to explore some more. And around here as well. Not a mountain or highland. Midnight sun. The days stretch especially long at the moment, the sun rarely dipping below the horizon. More hours of light means more hours to hunt and forage in the normally dark woods, making life a little easier. To have -1 exploration cost, -1 heart exploration, which is good. Which is really good. Another highland tile. And as you can see here, the settlement has been growing slowly but steadily, and at the same time, slowly but steadily, we managed to discover more and more of our surroundings here. That's pretty cool. And at the same time, if I am to recommend something more in terms of old Icelandic literature, Landnama book is very important, so is Icelandica book, the Book of Iceland, if I'm not mistaken, translation. If I am mistaken, please correct me. Yeah, also a very important Icelandic medieval text manuscript. Hmm. Let's see. I think it would be a good idea to keep on exploring, but not the coastly tiles. That's for certain. More like these ones around, costing only 5 hearts. Something like that. Let's start with this one. I'm very curious what lies here, because this symbol is quite mysterious. And usually, if I remember correctly, sorry, uh, there must be something quite interesting going on there. Do we have enough resources? Yeah, we do. Let's find out. I'm very curious. I really am. We discovered a curiosity, and we have gained another requisite, just in case we are not able to actually survive the winter, the long, cold winter on our own, with our own resources stockpiled over the year, with our own hearts. Well, let's see what we have this year. A volcano in its might and glory. It's not a huge volcano, it's a rather small one, a relative small one, but still commanding. 60. We're left with 16 hearts, and that's good. That's still good. Which means we can still explore a bit here. And that's specifically what we are going to do. Pretty good so far. Aurora. A particularly stunning display of the northern lights pulls everyone's eyes to the sky, inspiring awe and wonder. Feeling the power of the gods close by, everyone gives a little extra in their work. +1 maximum heart. This is the effect on the settlement, on our settlement. Pretty good. Let's see. Here, here, and that's all. That's all for right now. In terms of exploration per this turn, for this turn. Undergrowth. The gatherers made a clever discovery today. It seems there is a very small flower that only grows on the most fertile soil. Follow the flowers, find the very best land. This basically means that we have a +1% chance to find star-based tiles. Not bad. Not bad indeed. Ikke worst. Not bad. Hold up. Maybe not such a good idea. So that we can survive over the winter without the use of the vacuum. There you go. Now we can explore that tile. A highland-based style, so more mountains. We have more mountains here in the south, some more here to the north and to the west as well. It seems we're actually in a very mountainous area, and we have a bay here, we have a narrow bay here, well, up until this point at least. Right. Anyway. No more exploration for this turn. Let's see if we're able to build something new during the next turn. Yes, I'm going to actually build a new house during the next turn. That's what I intend to do. Yep, we're gonna build a house here, but afterwards we're also going to build a kiln, which sounds like a very Gaelic word to me. There are actually quite many words of Gaelic origin in Icelandic. There's a considerable amount of Gaelic words in this North Germanic language. Anyway, dependable source of heat in this harsh climate and a way to prepare peat for the long winter. That's exactly what we need to do. And after I'm going to build a new house, particularly because of the fact that it's going to help us very much regarding the winter storm. Pretty good. Not this turn, but maybe the next one. It wouldn't be very wise to actually sacrifice our Vegvisur right now. It might come in handy later on during the game. But still, it seems we don't have much of a choice, so we're gonna use it anyway because we weren't able to actually stockpile enough resources of the year. That's life. So, building one now or not building one now, Kiln, wouldn't influence the fact that we're going to use the Vegvisur anyway. So yeah, let's build a Kiln. Screw it. That's life. somehow we managed to survive. But a very good and a very wise decision would be to just stop exploring and stop building anything during this turn and start stockpiling. Right. So the kiln has just been built. We just finished the construction for it. And here's our little but strong settlement. Strong enough. What we should do from this point forth during the next turns concerns expanding the settlement by means of more houses built here and there. Right. Here comes nothing. We're left with only 6 hearts. It's better than nothing. It's definitely better than nothing. We're gonna need far many more hearts to be able to build a wharf or whatever it is. Yeah, just another building. Just slowly but steadily building more. Mm-hmm. But notice the fact here that we're slowly but steadily evolving. And we're going to reach the status of a meat hall quite soon, which is good news. Not quite a good idea. But we can do a little bit of exploration for this turn at least. Seems we stumbled upon some woodland. Maybe a bit more here. Marsh, wetland. Well, so far so good. I'm playing with the Ullr clan, and one of the advantages of this particular clan is that we have minus 20% exploration time, and the tiles around the home tile already are explored. And then we are tile masters. So we're gonna have +1 heart per harvest from Fisherman. And we start off with 1 free Vic visit, which is cool. And the saga affixes for the saga that I'm currently playing are the following ones: Kishifella, +1 Explorer, and 25% chance for events to be curses. Normally. Normal difficulty, I suppose. Okay. Yep. Let's do a bit of exploration because we're going to survive over the winter. Anyway. Right. Pretty lucky indeed. Was pretty lucky indeed. Let's see what we're gonna have here. What we're going to discover here. Maybe another curiosity. Maybe. Landmark discovered. Oh, an explosion of steam bursting from the land with great heat and fury. A humbling display of the power of nature. How Kadalur Geyser. Saga effect +1 builder. It's very interesting. Oh, looks beautiful. We discovered a geyser. So cool. Yeah, no, Iceland looks so otherworldly as though it's straight up from another planet or world altogether. The nature there, I mean, really bewildering, fascinating. It's fantastic. It's so surreal at times, and it's It's a country of extremes in terms of weather, in terms of nature. Yeah, beautiful, very beautiful, but also at times dangerous. Okay, let's do some more exploration here, so that we're gonna have the total amount of our hearts at 56 later on, after the last turn of on harvest for this year. Undergrowth. The gatherer has made a clever discovery today. It seems there is a very small flower that grows on the most fertile soil. Follow the flowers, find the very best land. Plus one chance to find star-based tiles. Oh, interesting. A lot of mountains here, as you can see. And after the mountains, southward you go, gonna stumble upon geysers. At least one major tile of them. Alright, not bad, not bad. But I think we should build a shipbuilder as soon as possible. And then a wharf wouldn't be a bad idea. Or actually, let's play it safe this time around, because we're sort of on the verge of surviving over this winter as well. So not yet. Maybe next time. Maybe next time around. But what we can still do is continue exploring, which is always a good idea in this game. Perhaps not so much in life in general, but that's another more complex philosophical discussion, if you will. Not exactly a Søren Åbø Kierkegaard type, but you know, quite close. Regardless, let's focus here. I'm getting a little bit off topic without my volition. Let's continue exploring. We've discovered quite some tiles here around. Okay. It's gonna get tougher and tougher. Midnight Sun. -1 exploration cost onward. It's pretty challenging actually. Even if it's on easy, it's still challenging to evolve up to the point of Great Hall, because that's the main idea. Yeah, we're still basically at this point farmstead, and we need to evolve to Mead Hall, and then from Mead Hall to Longhouse, and from Longhouse ultimately to Great Hall. And then the settlement will be complete, and then the level of the mission will be passed, if you will. So that's the main objective. Excuse me. Man, I'm catching cold only by taking a look at how frozen is this area. Get it? Let's zoom in a little bit here. Take a look at how peaceful these ships are fishing. How peacefully they're fishing, sorry. Yes. Okay. Hmm. Sorry, maybe we should explore here, but we still left with enough hearts to survive over the winter. Still left with 11 hearts, which is not fantastic, but it's something. On the grove, plus 1% chance to find star-based tiles. Hold up. Shipbuilder. If we're going to build a shipbuilder now, it's not going to be a good idea. So we're not going to survive over the winter. Maybe we should do a little bit more exploration here in the meantime. And here. Then all the other towns nearby our settlement, the proximity of our settlement, are, well, 7? Cost 7 hearts. They cost 7 hearts, or 11 most. It's gonna be quite challenging now, but we're gonna manage it, hopefully. On the cusp, actually, on the cusp of the winter toll's maximum extent. Gosh, very terrible. We certainly need more houses. We're still left with 7 hearts, which isn't much, but well, it's something. Grassland, pasture. The linchpin of any agrarian settlement. Agriculture is a dependable source of heart. Yes, definitely. And it doesn't even cost that much. Right. And I think we're still going to survive. 36 plus 13. No. Unless. Alright. We need to still play it very safe. At least by this turn. For this turn. It's better to be safe than sorry and still survive. But the nature looks very beautiful around here. Just like in the real world. Full of extremes. Volcanoes, geysers, tall mountains, mountain chains, entire mountain chains, forests, draugrs nearby here. What else? Huldras? Anyway, I did quite a good choice revising that building process. It's unfortunate that I wasn't able to actually do it, but that's life. Not during that turn. Maybe during this one. And if I do the math correctly right now, this would mean 36 plus. Yeah, I'm good, I'm fine. I'm going to survive over this winter as well. And the settlement is hopefully going to thrive even more. Which is the big idea, of course. The pasture is completed, as you can clearly see. This is how it looks like. Nice ship around here. Peaceful ship. Good. Very good. Godt. Meget godt. Rigtig godt. Bra. Bra jobbat. Oh, finally, we reached the status of meat hole, which is very good. This basically means that we're only 2 levels away from, or actually 1 level away from Great Hole. And now the very good news is that we have access to a new series of building types. Hallowed Lagoon, Hallowed Groove, Hallowed Bog, Hallowed Ravine, Meadow. Those are or entirely sacred buildings. Perhaps we should explore some more. Let's try out here. Then the next thing that we should do is to build a shipbuilder here. And a house. We can still build that. So shipbuilder and house. What? Why is there an exclamation mark? Oh, okay, because we need to choose mastery. Choose mastery here as well. We're not allowed here, but yeah, it's pretty good. This increases our total rate of harvest rate. Pretty good. Highland. Very interesting. Well. Let me do the math. Maybe not during the stir. Maybe it's not a good idea. I think that would actually mean that it is the end of the road for me mostly, unless I don't think so. Pretty much the end of the road for me here. But hey, I managed to survive quite some time. This is going to be very, very tricky, okay? So either I'm going to survive or not. And this is, yeah, the 32nd year of the colony. But so far so good. So far so good, I mean. It's pretty interesting. I wish me luck here. Oh no. Region failed. That's life. Well. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. That was all, folks. I could have played better, but then again, this is quite a challenging game. Hopefully, I'm gonna get better at it. If you liked it, if you liked this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and hopefully also the subscribe button. It was a pleasure to actually play this game for you, and all the best. Take care and stay safe.